And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down. Bradshaw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bradshaw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrored between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Back to throw. Bradshaw out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now here come the Raiders. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here's Allen to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Leopard! Leopard!
And now they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Josh Allen, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Back to the air on second down. Bradshaw. That's caught by Howard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Bradshaw looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Bradshaw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Bradshaw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Allen will try again on second down. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Bradshaw forced out to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
On first and 10, Bradshaw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. attack here. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
Through an opening, and there he goes. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Bradshaw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Allen being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Allen from the gun on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Throwing on first down is Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Allen again here on second and 10. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out first and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Detroit!
To throw on third down. Bradshaw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll run it here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Allen now operating from the gun. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go with a keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these type
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Bradshaw looking downfield for Godwin. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Over! Gone! Hot!
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Allen. Escaping under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On third and long, it's Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Allen throwing on second down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Allen from the gun on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Get there. We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
3-19.
On 1st down, Allen. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there at 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On play action, Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Allen from the gun. He'll throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Allen. Got to have this one. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Throwing again. Bradshaw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Bradshaw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Allen. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bucks, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Oakland, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.